This is Cornbread's review. Hey, this is Cornbread's review. This is Cornbread's review. Talk about the hottest movies, old and new. Cinema breakdown, grasping the truth. No acting, I leave that for the cast and the crew. They capture the cool, not theatrical rules. So you better be direct or you have to produce something to break in like last minute news. And keep quiet when the real going back in their rules. Woo.
Yo, what up, man? What up, world? Welcome back for another episode of Cornbread Movie Review. Yeah, I had to bring it back to the essence for this one, man. Just a little bit something for my old school fans, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate it. Make sure y'all like and subscribe to the channel. Please do that now. Come on, man. Do it now. And share it too, man. Send it to your friend. I know everybody was talking about this, a highly anticipated movie. So I know that if you haven't seen it yet, I know you're about to, or if you have seen it, tell me if you agree, disagree with what we're about to talk about. But if you're new to the channel, thank you first off. And then understand I do each movie review in 5 different categories, all right? Acting, cinematography, storytelling, did I get what I bought, and then is it a must-see? Add it up, spits out a Cornbread movie review, and then I ain't gonna leave y'all without a forgotten segment, all right? So today, ladies and gentlemen, highly anticipated. This is one of those, as soon as we saw the first trailer, we was hooked. We already knew that we was going to go see it. That movie today, ladies and gentlemen, is Creed 3. Yes, 3 of them things. Creed 3 is out now. It's in theaters. It's PG-13. And we got a lot to talk about. Good, bad, and indifferent, man. We got a lot to talk about in this movie, all right? So the first category, let's get to it. That first category is acting. Who is in this movie? You got Michael Jordan, so we got to put B in front of it. So Michael B. Jordan. He plays the normal character of Creed. Yes, he's a Creed, right? He ain't Johnson or whatever he was going by in the first movie, man. So he takes on the character Creed. His acting range in this movie is very wide, all right? So, and we're going to talk about if that's good or bad for certain things. So he plays somebody who has to deal with loss, triumph, confident, trust, his confidence, worried. He has to play the whole gambit. And he's directing at the same time, which is very phenomenal that he's doing that. So he doesn't have to overpower that acting style is like it's really overpowering because like he has to be the prime guy in every scene, but some scenes don't call for that, right? So in the first movie, when you got Sylvester Stallone, I think he won an award for what, co-star or something like that, because he also carried a lot of those scenes. Michael B. Jordan couldn't overpower him. I think in the second movie, he took off and there was nobody really to contrast how he acts. It's just like he just took off, right? So in this movie, we also got Jonathan Majors, bro. Now he's an up and coming for real. So he plays Damien, a lost friend who was locked up basically, and he had to bounce back. So that character gets to rival his acting style, right? Because he can be more vicious than Creed's character, right? Creed can be the victim, even though sometimes he's the villain because he's the one that's the aggressor and everybody's just just playing their role. He's on the come up trying to be the underdog. Now in this one, you have an underdog who's more vicious than Michael B. Jordan's character. He's also playing, I don't know if he's a gangster, which they really didn't say he was a gangster, but just a bad kid, bro. Mischief. But then he was in the right place at the wrong time trying to help out somebody. And we'll get into all that nitty gritty. But I love Jonathan Majors, bro. That dude is ripped. What? Come on, man. His body, diesel. Oof, what up? So he plays a great character. Unfortunately, this is the 3rd movie, so you kind of like the 3rd Rocky, Mr. T, who played it better, who was better, but I think he knocked it out the park. And I want to talk about this cast. If you did not notice it, this was damn near an all minority cast. I think the only white person really in this movie was a Russian, right, from the second movie. So I really want to highlight that as a cast as a whole. They did great. But you can kind of tell that Michael B. Jordan was setting up each scene. It didn't flow as good. I don't know. It's hard for me to explain it, right? Like if you've seen the first movie, especially with the cancer scenes, and then the second movie when he got cooked up by Drago when he in the hospital bed, like those are that's gonna test your acting. In this, he didn't really feel like he lost anything. I mean, he did lose something, and we'll get into that, but I didn't feel it right there. I didn't feel it, but for me, overall, acting's gonna get a 4 out of 5. I said all that negative stuff, but the totality of the actors in this, great job, great casting. I need to see more of this. So 4 out of 5 from Creed for me on acting. All right. Next category, cinematography. Now this movie had a modest budget, $75 million. That ain't nothing to sneeze at, right? Especially for they're trying to separate from the Rocky storyline and genre and just focus on the Creed era, but it had some backing and a lot of promotion. So that goes into the budget as well. So $75 million. This movie is also an hour and 52 minutes, so you're not going to get cheated out at any time. It's based 100% in LA. Even, oh, my fault. Air quotes, LA, because they filmed some of this stuff in Atlanta. Of course, that's every movie, but it was focused on LA. Just like how the first movie he was in LA and moved to Philly. It's like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, right? But reverse. It was weird. And then the second movie was basically in Philly, but some in LA. And then now this is 100% in LA. All right. Cinematography, I pulled different things to create this category. So y'all know I'm a sucker for soundtracks, man. Check out the Creed 3 soundtrack if you have not already. I think it's 18 tracks. Dreamville did it, so I'm a big fan of Dreamville and J. Cole. And, I'm in Atlanta, so you hear all that type of music. So if you get a chance, check that out. And then also, I pay attention to the details and like, does things make sense, right? It's not just the lighting, it's not just all the special effects, but do things make sense? So they're highlighting ASL, which is sign language. Phenomenal. I'm glad to see that on the big screen, man. Bring up any disability that we try to shun away from or not highlight. No, there's people out there thriving, balling out, but they have a disability. No, it's just an ailment that they have to deal with, but they'll overcome it. So I'm glad that we highlighted that more from the second movie, which you kind of got a little bit, and this one's full go. So great job. And even to the details of, if you didn't notice, their house, which is phenomenal. I need see-through floors too. That's crazy. I ain't never seen that. But when the doorbell rings, you have the lights flashing and flicking and changing different colors because obviously the deaf people can't hear it, right? But they know that somebody's at the door. So I pay attention to things like that, and that's a chef kiss, right? That's what they say. So great job on highlighting that. Bro, these punches, what? You feel like you in the ring, like the breath control and just the audio. The audio of being in there and hearing somebody get punched, and then just breathing and punching and missing, great. I want to give Creed one thing, the same energy that they kept in all 3 movies. When these fighters come out, their intros are better than some of the real intros in real life, man. Whoever's creating these intros need to come to the UFC, come to boxing, and make these intros just like that. Music's always great timing. I just love those intros. One scene that they did where it felt very intimate. It felt like art, like you're watching art, is at the very end fight scene when they're fighting each other. And let's say the whole crowd goes away and you just see them two. It's like they're dancing in motion and different things like that. One criticism that I do have is that this movie looked very choreographed when they're in the ring, right? It's like, all right, 1, 2, duck. Then I get hit. As natural as the other ones, or maybe I just paid attention to it more. So that's the only knock of the fighting scenes. Back in the old Rockies, they looked like they was getting punched 90 times. Ain't no defense. This seemed very choreographed. So overall, for me, cinematography is going to get a 4.5 out of 5. Bravo. That's how you do some things. It was one key in cinematography, but I had to bring it to the next category, and we're going to talk about it. All right. Next category, storytelling. I gotta get to it, bro. This is Creed 3, so it's the 3rd Creed movie. It's the 9th Rocky saga or storyline. All right, it's the ninth movie overall, but it's the third Creed series. It's the trilogy of the Creeds. Okay. With that being said, it's kind of like they get a cheat code. They can kind of follow the blueprint of all six Rockies and pick and choose the storyline, but how can we make it different, right? So to me, it's a twist, but it's not original. Where you can steal the Drago story and build off of that, which I love, but it's like they already had a story and you build off of that, right? This one is the Clubber Lane story where you have somebody who's struggling, came out of nowhere and is the roughest and toughest around, and then just takes the belt, right? So like they took that from the Clubber Lane storyline, if you will. So it's not original to me, how I saw it. It's kind of like they already had the blueprint, right? The cheat code. The daughter, who was born in the second movie, she looks like she's about 7, 8. So they weren't very specific on, yeah, this is exactly 7 years, right? So I'm gonna say 6 to 8 years after the second movie. So you get a real sequel. You get to see what Michael B. Jordan, or Creed's character, what he's been doing, what he's accomplished, and the storyline from that, and obviously his wife and her music career. So it's good that we get a good progression, right? You're not acting like we're stupid watching this. No, we get a good progression of these characters. This is one thing that I do not like about trailers sometimes, man. Well, if you watch the trailer, sometimes you've seen the whole movie, man. You can smell setups from the door. Like certain things happen in this movie, and I knew it was going to happen. The two main things that happened, I knew they was going to happen just by watching. I watch the trailer, I sit down, I'm watching little things happen. I said, all right, this is about to happen. Sure as hell, it happened. All right, that's happening. Yep. It sure happened. So sometimes don't tell everything in trailers, and then don't be so predictable on certain things, right? You introduce, let's say, I don't want to tell you what happened. So let's say you introduce a new character. This has nothing to do with a new character. I'm just making up something. You introduce a new character and they have an issue, and then now they're gone or they're not here anymore. It's like you just introduced it, so I already know what's going to happen at the end of it, right? So we got to do a little bit better at that in storytelling. And then one major issue that I had at the beginning of the movie, bro, Creed unlocked a new cheat code, a new boxing move, right? This dude is moving. He slips something, sees vision. You got the cinematography zooming in. He identifying what he gonna do, and then he work it out. He won. So I said, oh, if we doing that, everybody got cheat codes. We finna come back to that, right? We're gonna double back. It seems like they forgot about it. Oh, no, they did. I'm not gonna say they just forced it later in the show. I'm like, come on, man. You had something phenomenal that you could have rocked out, and it's like, oh yeah, we do have that superpower. That's what it seemed like to me. Very rushed or forgot about. So I had to knock you down even more points for that, because I'm the viewer. So I'm gonna go with what you showing me. And I'm gonna hold those same rules across the board in what you're showing me. And it feels like you forgot about it, or you didn't do anything to enhance that superpower, right? So for me, storytelling is gonna get a 3 out of 5. I was very disappointed in how the story was, basically, because you've seen 80% of the movie from the trailer. Like, I wish they did a screening on, hey, I'm gonna show you this Creed 3 trailer, and then tell me what else you learned from it. Right? Like, no, you just seen everything from the trailer. So for me, 3 out of 5. All right, next category, did I get what I bought? This movie is out in theaters, like I said. It's like an action drama sports movie. It did break box office. It's the #1 sports movie in the first week. I think it sold over like 100 million in its first week. So it's the #1 sports movie of all time right now in the first week. Not totality, but just in the first week, all right? It was $10 to $15 standard. This ain't no 3D movie. I'm sure it's an IMAX, and depends on when you go and what day you go, how much you're gonna pay, but very standard ticket price. Let's talk about some cons on did I get what I bought. There's no Rocky. First movie in 9 films, there's no Rocky, right? And behind the scenes, I know it's a lot of infighting on who has the rights to this and that and stuff like that. I don't care about that, bro. I'm a fan. I need to see Rocky. I need to see Sylvester Stallone, Rocky Balboa, and all of them. I don't care what he do. He just, Adrian, I don't care what he do. Call him on the phone. There's a way to incorporate him. I don't care if he's not in it. Just say, man, should I go back to Philly to train? And then somebody says no. That's the nod to Rocky, right? But there was no Rocky in this movie. Also, I kind of miss that Philly feel, man. That gritty, that gutterness, man. That just hunger, that blue collar feel. I miss it. This is LA. Everybody laid back, retired, thinking of other stuff, man. So for me, I miss that Philly feel. The positives, though, you get a lot of fighters who were in this movie. A lot of celebrities, too. They did like a ESPN, so Stephen A. Smith was in it, right? They also did, I think the first movie was HBO 24/7, but now they have all access on Showtime, right? It's the same concept, but just different brands. So I really enjoy that, right? So it makes it seem like they're really about to fight, and that's the natural progression in real life, how they fight. They get to go behind the scenes, interview, and different things like that. So I really enjoyed that. I do not remember if they played the Rocky song. That's one thing that I was mad. I ain't gonna hold it against you because maybe it's copyright issues, but I don't remember them playing that Rocky theme song, and you know what I'm talking about. So for me, did I get what I bought? I'm gonna say a 4 out of 5. I was pleased. And some of the things going into the movie, I was hoping, that was the surprise I was hoping, right? That's not predictable. Now, I know Rocky ain't gonna be in it, but somehow he's in it. Kind of like how Black Panther, you didn't know if Killmonger was gonna be in it, but he was in it, right? So little things like that, 4 out of 5. Last category, is it a must-see? Like I just said, bro, this movie is breaking records. So even if I feel like it's not a must-see, people are seeing it. They paying for it. From, like I said, it's for all ages. So kids, take your... there's not really any sex scenes. There's a couple of cuss words, but it's more violence. That's why it got the rating of PG-13. But it's for all ages. It's a lot of eye candy out there. All you ladies out there who want to see men with their shirt off and working out, go see that. Bro, I need to get in shape, bro, because these people is like, what, 30s? They're low 30s, and they looking like they in prime years of 21, man. Make me jealous, bro. So I definitely need to work out. So it's very motivating. And then I like how they kept the trend, the one punch, one round at a time, right? So they kept saying that in this movie, and that's a nod to the first and the second movie, what Rocky Balboa told Creed. So I really like how those things at least connected across all three movies and talked to each other. Is there gonna be a Rocky 4? Or I'm sorry, is there gonna be a Creed 4? I kind of can, let me see if I can predict Creed 4. His daughter's going to be, well, she was 10, so let's say his daughter's going to be 18, right? And she's going to try to fight for the Olympics and save USA. It's going to be kind of like a $1 million baby, but she's deaf, right? So she has to overcome that, and then maybe somebody disrespected her father, who is Creed, and he got to defend her or something. So I already see the writing on the wall for Creed 4 if they make one. So for me, is it a must-see? I'm going to say a 4.5 out of 5, bro. Stop what y'all doing if y'all have not seen it. I can give y'all enough spoilers, so it's still some spoilers out there, but it's my honest opinion on what I thought about the movie. So 4.5 out of 5 if it's a must-see. Overall, Creed 3 receives a 4 out of 5 from Cornbread Movie Review. Check out my 2023 movies. This was a really good movie, man. I had to critique it like that. If you think it's higher, let me know. If you think it's lower, let me know. But for me, it was teetering between a 4.5 and a 4. So, but I'm always gonna be honest in every category for me, and then I add it up. So 4 out of 5. Let's get to the forgotten segment. Today, let me give y'all a trivia question. Guess this movie. This movie came out in 2004. All right, 2004. And it has to do with Mexico City kidnapping. Mexico City, Mexico kidnapping. That's a little bit harder, but this is a classic movie. 2004. What movie am I talking about? Come on, guess. Let's go. Mexico. Dang, was it Mexico? They kidnapped somebody? 2004? What movie is it? You ready? That movie, ladies and gentlemen, is Man on Fire, bro. What? Come on, bro. This is a rated R movie for real. Crazy. You got Denzel Washington. You got Dakota Fanning. He took off. He cooked everybody up to try to find this girl, boy. Classic movie. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Man on Fire, I don't even know if we could be friends, bro. You got to watch that, and then you can introduce yourself to me. Or delete my number, then you watch it, then you can add me back. So if you have not seen Man on Fire, go check that out. It's definitely a classic. Go see Creed 3. Let me know what you think in the description box. Write a comment, like and subscribe to the channel. But guess what? I'll be back next week as always. All right, holla at your boy. Peace.